In this video, we are going to find the longest palindromic substring. Hello, I'm Jagan. I'm posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in your interview preparation anyways, I'll be happy. The question we are going to discuss in this video is, you'll be given a string, you have to find the longest palindromic substring in that string. You may assume that maximum length of the string is 1000. Okay. First thing is, what is palindrome? A palindrome is a sequence of characters, words or numbers that reads the same forward as backward. In other words, it means unchanged when you read from left to right or right to left. The famous palindromic words I can say is Malayalam, which is a South Indian language, and you can say madam. Right? There is one famous Tamil song which has palindrome in it. You can just
என்னது பாலிண்ட்ரோமா?
ஒரு வார்த்தைய இல்ல சென்டென்ஸை திருப்பி படித்தாலும் அப்படியே வந்தால் அது பாலிண்ட்ரோம்.
எப்படி?
மேடம், MADAM திருப்பி படித்தாலும் மேடம், அப்படிதான்.
ஐயோ, கஷ்டமா இருக்குமே.
இங்கிலீஷில் இல்லை, தமிழில் தான்.
போடாங், சான்ஸே இல்லை. தமிழில் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லு.
விகடகவி, தாத்தா, பாப்பா, காக்கா, இதெல்லாம் நான் சொல்லிட்டேன், அதனால் நீ பாட்டில் யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது.
So this song will be using all the Tamil palindromic words, which if you see the first one mama, if you go back and read from right to left or left to right, it's sound the same, right? So given a string, we have to find a substring of it. So these are all palindromic words, right? But if there is a word like BABABAD, okay, so if this word is given, you can see BAB is a palindrome and BABAB is a palindrome, right? So we have to find the longest substring of the given string. So for that, you know what is a palindrome, you know what you have to do. So how will you find a string is a palindrome or not? You just ignore the substring for now, but given a string like s equal to Malayalam, right? So how will you know this is a palindromic word or not? Remember in our previous video where we did the reverse 32-bit signed integer program? So we just did s of ::-1, right? So when you do that, it changes. Right? Now you don't see the difference because both are same. So you say yes equal to the reverse one, it's true. If you say SD, it's not, right? Because the reverse is not right. So this is the key. We are going to use this logic and then we are going to check every substring. We start with the first character and then you add each character and see if that substring is going to be a palindromic or not. Okay, let's start the program. We can have the input string as BABA1. As I always say, you start with a function. Okay, define growwithdata, right? You get the substring. First you start with the looping part, right? So we can assume the max of string. Okay, you just assume it's the first letter of the given string. Okay, now we are going to have the looping part. For index val in enumerate the input string, right? So we get the first character here. Now we are going to take the substring which is starting with the second position till the end. Okay, now we have the first value, right, which is B. We are going to find the index positions where and all other b's are coming. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 and 4 are the other index points where the same b occurs. That's what we are going to first do it. So there's we can say as a marks. So we are going to mark. Now you know how to write the code in a single line, right? So for j in range length of the substring, okay, you get that length of the substring for j in the range if the substring of that position is equal to the val, which is the value from the main string, right? So if that val is equal to any of the next position's substring, okay, the substring starts from the next position. If there is anything exists, then we are just having the index of j plus, since we already have the index gone here, we do this. Normally when we start with the index position, we say 0, right? And we have 0 here, and j is also starts with 0. So when you are to go for a loop, you better add the 1 to each position. So 1 plus 1. So you add 2. So if you don't have it, then it's going to start from the first position, right? So we are going to get the position, the index of the next characters in it. Now we are going to okay, let's print and see how the what value you get, right? Print what is the value, right? And then what is the other positions, which is the marks. Okay, I have to put a comma here. Okay, now let's call the function and see what it's doing. Okay, so first it starts with b, okay, it gives you 3 and 5. So next b is 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5. Okay, it gives the position, it's not taking the index value. Index is started 0, 1, 2, but since we are going to loop in, right, so the last number won't be considered. So we just add that value. So we just say the which position it is. So this b have this way and this way, so 3 and 5. When you say a is in 1, right? So index is 1. When the position is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 and 6, right? So 4 and 6. B, when you take this b, there is one more b here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the next b. When you say a, it considers the last one, right? So every position, it just get that mark. So this is where the marks is going to help you. Okay, now we disable this. Now we are going to take a substring of it. Why is it? Okay. So now we are going to take the position and we are cutting that string to see if it's a palindrome or not. Okay, so for we can say you can cut in each marks, right? So if we have 3 and 5, we take every mark position. You say if it says the index till the cut. Now you see why you put instead of index, why you say the position 3, right? Because you're using cut, so that 3 is not going to include it. It says 0, 1, 2, right? So that's why we say 3. Okay, so we just say the substring, that position equal to the reverse part of it. Okay, if the string is equal to the reverse part of it, and we are going to find the max string. We are going to do it the next, and we're just adding that additional condition. Length of the max of string is less than the length of this substring. Okay, you can ignore this condition for now. Okay, and we are closing the list. If this matches, then we are going to get that substring. Okay, let's see what this brings in. Okay, substring equal to this substring. See, if you say 3 and 5, it starts with 1, 2, 3, right? Bab, and then 5 is Bab AB. Right? Same way, if you say A, you say ABA, and then ABA. Right? It finds all the palindromic part. Since we are not doing anything with the max of string, the last condition is not going to be valid anytime. This is always going to be A. It's always going to be less than that. Okay. Now we got all the substrings with which are palindromic. Palindromic because we are having checking the condition whether substring is reversed is also the same. Now we are going to find the longest. If there is a value in the string, if there is something like this, but when you see the B, the substring is null, right? So if it's not there, you don't have to do it. If there is a value in the string, then you say max of string equal to the max of, because we have more than one value, right? BAB, BABAB. And when you do the max, you make sure the key is not the alphabetical order, it's the length. Key equal to the length. Okay. Now, if you include the max string, let's go this way. Position, you can just make it small so we can see in single screen. String and max is going to be max of string. Okay. So when you get more than one or one value in the substring, you get the max based on the length. So once you get the max of the string, the next time when you go for the loop, it will check if the substring is going to be greater than the max of the string. Like for example, the second one we have already filtered, right? The second, if it's BABAB is the maximum string in the first loop. Second one, it becomes ABA. ABA, the length is less than BAB, so it won't consider, right? This condition will make sure it gets the substring which is longer than the one we assumed. Okay, it clearly filter out the values, and then you can just return the max of the string. Okay. Return the max of the string. Good. So this is a simple looping logic. Only thing is you have to know how to check the reverse, which you already did on the previous video. I can give the link for that, and even I can give the link for the song which shows the palindromic words. And then this condition checks to make sure the new palindromic substring is going to be greater than the one we already have in the hand. Okay. So the same thing if you want to do practice code, how will you do it? Instead of calling the function this way, we use the assert and then we can check the value. Okay, we just have extra print here. Oh, no. Oh, BAB. Oh, okay, the value is wrong. BAB, AB, right? Okay. So we can just have multiple use cases and you can test your code. But the problem with this code, if you see this, you are reading the string here and then you're reading it where the position here, right? Is getting the position here and then you're taking a substring here, right? You are using the string in the 3 places. Is there a better way to do it? Yes, there is, and we are going to see that in our next video. Thank you.